r/Askreddit by Reddit and chill. Redditors with huge dongs and tits. What are some big dong big tits problems that not many people know about? You can't wear the cutesy bras. It's always the bulletproof industrial ugly ones. Plus, big boobs hurt the back and shoulders. My wife had J cups and she had very pretty bras, though they are expensive. Belladonna and Bravissimo, which also has very nice clothes for curvy figures. Toilet bowls are a bit of a problem and pajamas with a button up fronts. Swimming is weird because shorts always vacuum seal my dong getting out of water, and that's just awkward around family and friends. This is why I'm glad I'm a grower and not a shower. Button down shirts never fit right and always develop a gap in between the buttons. It's super annoying. Or the button is perfectly placed to not gap and you have anxiety the button is going to pop off from the stress. Some girls like the idea of a big dong until you try to put it in them. Even with taking our time and preparation, I've made people cry before and that has always made me feel terrible. I get away with less with HR. A cute fitted top on a smaller chest could look classy and business appropriate, but it looks raunchy and scandalous on me. Yes. I got sent home for a shirt that showed too much cleavage. A itty bitty titty girl can have a way deeper / wider cut and you can't even see the crease. Not me, of course. But once in a group setting a good friend of mine complained. Don't you guys hate it when you sit on the toilet and your dong goes in the water? We all looked at one another in confusion waiting for the punchline. But he wasn't joking. Hitting the porcelain between the rim and the water in a work public toilet makes me want to scrub my dong with a Brillo pad. Waits patiently for a small dong question so I can put my 2 inches in. Let me know if you're a bit short. I have this ½ an incher I can spare. Ducking tit sweat. You could be just minding your own business and doing your everyday thing, and without even any exertion, your tits will sweat like a ducking waterfall. Also, bigger bras bust the bank. No pun intended. Oh yes. Boob sweat, and even after taking a bath and drying off repeatedly, some water is always lurking down thr. I have a large chest and I am of an average build, so normal clothes don't fit over them, so I have to buy clothes a size up and I look 10+ pounds heavier than I am. I used to have this problem until I got a sewing machine. Now I buy everything a size up and then take in the waist. It's actually more expensive. Not only because bras cost more but also because my back hurts as hell. TBH, the perks aren't worth it. Mine wouldn't even be considered huge and my back ducking hurts. I would love to be able to go braless sometimes, but they're just unruly. Everyone will talk about the back pain, but no one talks about how you can't go jogging in public as people will honk their horn and whistle at you, even if you're wearing a supportive sports bra and conservative workout clothes. All of this happened even when I was 15. Hell, they don't even make decent sports bras that work in our sizes. 38DDD here. Edited. Probably needed a serious tag. So, weird big dong problem is compatibility. Vaginas are supposed to be stretchy etc. But there's a lot of factors that play into it. And smaller girls can get downright uncomfortable. Not to mention when you're trying to thrust deeply and it hurts her. Or you can't get all the way in. Etc. And after it all, even if everything goes well, you can cause a little tearing and bleeding, which can get super awkward. Not all it's cracked up to be. And a big part of finding a good relationship is physical compatibility. Hard to invest time and emotion in someone and then the sex is painful. Female here. I dated a guy who was well below average. He could pound like crazy and I was never sore. Never had tearing. But I could barely feel it in me, to be brutally honest. Now I am dating a guy who is slightly above average and it hurts a bit going in almost every single time. We've been dating almost a full year and every time my vagina acts like it's the first time ever encountering this penis. I've even had slight bleeding a few times, confirmed with my gyno this is normal. As fun as sex is, it can be equally frustrating. If you or your partner have a latex allergy, it's very difficult to find extra large non-latex condoms. Underwear containment is an issue. Not uncommon to get a little bit of your tip sneaking out the legs of your boxers. Your dong will almost always touch the bowl of the toilet when you sit down. Aka a witch's kiss. And it's awful at home but worse in a public toilet. It's very easy to bruise your girl's cervix during sex. And she will not be comfortable for a while afterwards. If you or your partner have a latex allergy, it's very difficult to find extra large non-latex condoms. Back in the 90s, during the height of the AIDS scare, I was basically sold because there simply were no condoms large enough. FDA maximum allowable circumference was 108mm, 4.25 inches. I'm 6.5 inches. It just isn't possible to maintain an erection with a 4.25 inches rubber band stretched to half again its size clamped down on your dong. Know a guy with a huge dong. His wife doesn't want to have sex with him. Ever. It's been like 15 years. Big tits are painful as hell. Bra straps cut into your shoulders and cause scarring and they duck up your back. GF of mine had monster cans. Her back was always sore. She had breast reduction surgery to C cups. But the warlocks persevered and grew back to DD cup size. Power move. Underwear for a large package. Hangs out when don't wanted to. Try Saxx underwear. Not cheap. But worth every damn penny. They are stretchier and have a better junk pouch, my word. Not theirs. That keeps your shit where you want it and keeps your balls off your inner leg. Skivvies of the gods. Edit. Me writing this comment. Watch this comment on cokes and underwear be like. My top comment in forever. Lol. Me now. Goddamn it. Reddit. I have above average sized tits and honestly I just get ridicule. Sometimes I get laughed at if my nipples are poking through my shirt. My dong is average small though. You had me in the first half, not gonna lie. Having even slightly tight pants on, especially when sitting, makes it look as though you have a small PP boner. Can't wear sweatpants cause it looks like I have a mini chubby even when soft. A few times I hooked up with a girl too tight I could not fit. But on the plus side I use my dong like a kickstand when I wanna sleep of my side. I do too. Mine is not that big. So it's more of a wedge under log type situ. I, female, broke up with a guy BC his dong was too big. Hurt my cervix like crazy and I'd feel nauseous from the pain. Did you ever ask how big he was? I've heard women say they like it bigger than average but I don't really know when it's too big. Go to scoot back on the toilet so your Peter doesn't touch the front of the bowl and not so far back that poop will hit the seat. Never a problem in public restrooms. But some residential toilets are a round hole and not oblong. This is a problem for every male. Large breast club member here. I blossomed early and was tormented for it for a solid 3 years. Stuffer. Slup. Show off etc. I was in turn super self-conscious and afraid of dating for that reason. Bras are expensive for one that actually fit and don't cut into your shoulders. Swimwear is almost impossible. If my shirts aren't fitted I look like a log. I constantly have cleavage. Using tape you can get at a hardware store to hold you in place in certain shirts isn't abnormal. They weigh around 8-9 lbs. I always have a bulge. And I ducking hate it. Half the time I spend walking around with my hands in my pockets to try and hide it. It makes me very uncomfortable all the time. Compression shorts. Thank me later when you can wear ducking shorts again. Last time I was measured I was a 36F. My back is in constant pain. And I have to buy all my clothes 2 sizes too big because nothing fits my boobs. Everything I wear looks automatically slutty. I used to get in trouble in high school when I would be wearing the exact same thing as the girl next to me. But it looked inappropriate because my boobs were big. It's awful. I think about getting a reduction every day. 44DDDD here. No matter what sports bra or how many bras I wear, nothing will minimize the movement of my boobs. Also anything butting up is a no-go. Unless I get a bigger size. Which then makes me look 5x heavier than I actually am. Also my lower back always hurts. It's a great time. 44DDDD. You've heard of 4D. Now it comes with more 4 and even more D. I, personally, have rather small boobs coming in at a whopping B cup. Two of my best friends however are rather well endowed coming in at a solid DD and F. A few of the problems I've noticed or have heard them mention include not being able to run in general and especially downstairs without holding them because it hurts. Having to spend a small fortune on bras because normal stores like Primark and Tesco don't stock cute bras in your size. Only feeling comfortable in a few silhouettes because anything else will either squish the girls, make them look too big or make them fall out. I am sure there are many more but off the top of my head those are ones that I can think of that I didn't know as a girl with small boobs. All shirts are shorter than they're supposed to be, which leads me to buy tall men's shirts. It also means any shirt I wear that fits my breasts goes straight down from there, which makes me look very large. Have pulled my shirt in hundreds of thousands of times so people can actually see my waist. This applies to dresses as well. Seems to cute shirts that accentuate your waist are never low enough, meaning they sew at about nipple height and make my body look really weird. Can't buy anything that comes as a set with regards to bras, panties, pajamas, lingerie, bathing suits, etc. The outline of the head of my dong always being visible through my dress pants. I'm not sure if it's a case of big dong or small vagina, but after 18 years my wife still can't handle full penetration. If I ever get too excited and go all the way in, it puts a very abrupt halt to the proceedings. I'm 21 and I'm about a 42 DDD. Can never, ever find a bra that fits comfortably. Mainly because I'm fat too. They're not all perky and bouncy like people expect it to be. They're gonna be at my knees in 20 years. Sweating. You feel way more disgusting than one would with a smaller chest. You can't run, jump, etc. when laying down on your back. They don't stay put. They are now at your sides, which looks ridiculous. They get in the way of basic things, like stretching and chopping food. Sometimes it's hard to breathe with all the extra weight on your chest. Boob sweat. The skinny tiny girls I work with, I'm like, the tits are sweating, and they're like, what's that? At airports, they check to make sure the dong bulges all me. As a straight male, being groped by a male is part of the trauma of flying. The problem with my big dong is that I only see it in my dreams. Capital F. Exercise. Running, specifically, is particularly gruesome. I have to wear either a very expensive sports bra or two regular sports bras to prevent my nipples from blistering. And no amount of body glide stops the very painful chafing of cutting into your underboobs. There's also modifying certain things, like the tower or any kind of exercise where you pull to your chest, because there's an 8-inch difference between your boobs and your chest. Imagine trying to do your normal workout with two fully filled water balloons taped to your chest. And think about how you'd have to adapt. You can get a yeast infection from boob sweat if you don't powder up when going braless, or sweat a lot in a wire bra. It can cause a rash. The heat rash then rubs off your skin. The freak skin gets a yeast infection. Also, you cannot sleep on your back. It crushes your chest. Using a pillow to support your boobs while on your side helps. Lying on your stomach can bend your spine and cause pain, stiffness and cramped muscles the next day. A really good comic is Big Boob Problems or something like that. Cute art style and funny comics. I'd recommend it. So from a quick read, it seems women have a multitude of problems, from financial penalties and social mockery to surgery and crippling back pain. Meanwhile, the men keep getting their dong wet when they try to pee sitting down. Edit. My first gold thank you. I mean, in trouble having sex with most women. Tenting is a big problem. Also, it tends to print on gym clothes. And tenting makes it a million times worse. It feels kinda carnal, lewd, or base having it fairly apparent which way it's hanging. Also, my wife can't fit it in her mouth. That may or may not have been TMI. It's certainly about the most you'll need to know. I always feel judged when buying XL condoms, especially if a guy is at the register. Trust me buddy, I got a big dong. My friend was saying it is embarrassing to go buy magnums. I would be parading those bad boys through the store looking everybody in the eye with a lewd smile. Nodding. I'm generously well endowed. But if one more guy on Grindr asks me if my sister has ever seen me naked, I'm going to cut my dong off. I need an explanation. Ducking like and subscribe.